So we're gonna take a walk through this park. It just finished snowing. It's probably snowing just a little bit, but it was snowing a lot a little while ago. And as you can see, it's just completely covered in snow. Nice little winter wonderland. And we're gonna do another test of this camera here. So I'm gonna walk around in a few seconds and hold it at different angles just to see how it goes. You know, the standard in front of me angle, then the over the shoulder angle. Maybe try to simulate like a drone by putting it up high. Currently it's sitting on a tripod, a little shorter than my height, which is shorter than normal. But yeah, check out this little winter wonderland. This is Fancher Davidge Park, and it is Tuesday, December 23rd, 2025, in case you're wondering. And it just finished snowing for about, let's say, several hours. Let's just be safe. All right, so let's go for a walk. So right now I'm holding the camera in front of me on this tripod, which is probably about 5 feet long right now. But I'm gonna shorten it a bit because we don't need it that long. And it seems that it's actually not snowing anymore. It's kind of a light drizzle. Okay. Hopefully there's not enough moisture to cover the lens again. But if it does, it does. There are two lenses. Currently one is facing slightly downward, so hopefully that one should be protected from this little wet snow that's coming down. I've learned that the built-in microphone, although pretty decent for what it is, when cars pass by you can't hear shit, or you hear the cars. So that's why I stopped talking. But quick update. I bought this exactly a month ago, and they still have not sent me the free gifts, which I don't consider gifts. I just consider it to be stuff that was included in the package, in the order. And they keep telling me the same thing. It's they don't have any stock in the warehouse or at the wherever they're producing it. Meanwhile, they have tons of it in the store. All of the items say in stock. So I'm just gonna have to wait a few more days and see what happens. There's not really much I can do other than see if I can get my money back from the camera. But the whole point is they offered it as a deal where you get the camera and you get a $50 microphone along with a little tripod and selfie stick, which I don't really care about, as well as a hard case, which I also don't care about. I can always buy those things, they're not expensive. But the microphone, you know, that was a decent little deal. Now, do I want to walk through this path over here that is clearly not clean and has probably about ankle height snow? We'll hold off on that for now. Let's stay on the slightly clean paved path here, and then maybe up ahead we'll turn around and come back. So again, right now I'm holding the standard forward, you know, orientation that you see most people holding it, whereas at an angle in front of you. But now let's see what happens if I extend the stick a bit more and then put it behind me. I'm gonna rotate it so that the side that's been facing up still stays facing up, just in case, and hopefully nothing else happens. Alright, so now I'm holding it over my shoulder, kind of like the old-fashioned hobo stance, you know, where they have the little stick with a little bag like you see in the cartoons. Don't know if you can still hear me. I am talking loud. but the camera is now behind me, which means my voice is being projected away from the camera. However, I assume you still can, since you could also probably hear all the crows in the distance. In the previous test video, you could actually hear the crows. You're probably also hearing the plane there. I don't particularly like this stance, this position, because the stick, even though I'm holding it firmly against my shoulder, it does feel like it's bouncing around. Don't know how that's going to affect the video. Once we get to this little corner here, I'm going to pull the camera so that it's basically above my head, and we'll see how that looks. Alright. So, it's not fully extended, but I don't trust this little tripod to be fully extended. It's mostly extended, so it's probably another 2 to 3 feet above my head. So we're looking at maybe 8 feet up in the air, the way I'm holding it. And I'm trying to hold it steady. It's not going to be perfectly steady, but the camera should do a decent job. And I just realized, so to my right is actually supposed to be another path on the road, but because it hasn't been touched, I didn't even notice. It looks like the rest of the landscape. So we'll hold it like this until we get to the end of this little path, and then we'll see what we got. If the path, the off-road path, doesn't look too bad, we'll go off-road and we'll take a walk through there. I did have to look up just now because I wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally hit those branches. So let's see what this type of view feels like. Again, it's not super high up. I could extend this probably another 1.5 feet and maybe even hold it over my head a little higher, but I don't want to do that just yet. Maybe we'll try it for just a few seconds when we get towards the end. The last thing I want is to accidentally drop this camera. I wonder if this microphone is picking up the sound of the snow being crushed underneath my feet. Once I bring it back down to the normal stance, the normal position, most likely you'll hear that. Okay, we're gonna try and extend this a little bit more. May not be able to. Okay. Just wanna make sure this is nice and tight here. And now let's see how far we can go. I think that's as far as I can go. It looked very wobbly right there. So I'm not going to hold it too much higher. Alright, so let's see how this is. Ooh, and there is also snow falling in clumps from the trees. So I wonder how this looks. Does it look like a drone? Or does it look like a tall person? Who knows? I'll find out when we edit this video. Which, real quick, I want to talk about editing new videos. So, one of the biggest things I don't like about making videos is the editing process. It's not really fun. It's kind of annoying. It takes a long time. But I will say with this particular type of camera, it's actually not too bad. It's actually not that bad at all. It depends on what I'm editing or what type of video I'm editing. Let's walk through here. Oh, this is deep. Maybe we don't. Alright, no, so it's not too bad. It's about ankle deep. Okay, so let's, you know what, hold it up here for a little bit longer. Have to keep an eye on it so I don't accidentally hit a branch. Okay, I think that's good. So we can... Okay. Sorry that I'm spinning you so much. Okay. What just happened? Huh. Well, that's interesting. Okay, never mind. I thought I discovered something new, but I guess not. Alright, so we're back to the standard position where the camera is at an angle, but it's facing forward, which means you should be able to hear the sound of the snow as I walk through. As I was saying about the editing process, I'm out of breath. Bear with me for a moment, please. I'm out of shape. So, if I'm editing, say, a video where I'm just pointing forward and, you know, holding it forward like I am now, it's not a bad process. It's mostly point straight forward. You add these little keyframes so that it keeps the image facing forward, and as you walk and turn, you have to make the adjustment, but you keep pointing it there. If you want it to turn around and look at yourself, you can do that. You can also have it track you. I'm going to do that in a little bit, but you can do the tracking during the video recording, meaning if you want to record it as just a regular flat image, you can just have it pointed at you, just constantly recording you, following you. Or you could do that when you edit. I want to test the two different ways to see if they're exactly the same or if they, you know, one is better than the other. But when you hold the camera this way and you just record 360, you have more freedom. You can see more things rather than just have it track you from the very beginning. Because at that point it's just going to track you and that's it. You're only going to see what's in front of you, or, well, not in front of you. You're only going to see what's next to you, not directly in front of you. Now, but when it's, I noticed that when you have it like over your shoulder, it's very difficult to record facing forward and not get you in the shot. So let's say I want to do like the shot I did earlier, where I put the stick over my shoulder and record what's in front of me. I'm in the shot. And if I want to be out of the shot, the camera has to be much higher up than normal. And it also has to be zoomed in. Now this is not during the recording, this is when you edit the recording. And when the more you zoom in, the less detailed things look, the less clear they look. So it's also something to consider. But alright, I'm gonna stop the video here for a second, and then I'm gonna record it so that it's only tracking me. Okay, took a couple of seconds for me to figure this out, but what we're using is Insta360 2.0. So it's still 360, but now it's just going to focus on whatever I told it to focus on, which in this case it's me. I don't know if it works on inanimate objects. I have to test that out later. But we're just going to do a quick little walk, and every so often I'm going to move the camera around just to test it, to see how well it works. And then we'll bring it up above my head, bring it down towards my feet, and see how that looks. Bring it to my left here, bring it to my right over here, just to see how it works. Now, if it's working on facial recognition, that's gonna be weird because most of my face is covered. So I don't know how this actually works. But let's extend this out again. A little bit further. See how it looks. So right now I'm holding the camera almost towards my feet. Don't know how it's working. I'm gonna raise it up so that it's above my head. So how we're doing? Is it doing pretty well? I hope so, because this camera ain't cheap. Which, by the way, the so-called Black Friday sale that they had, that I actually bought this camera from, has either been extended or it was just always going to be extended. So I think it's going to end in January. But since they're giving me such a hard time with the whole free gifts thing, this is my little advice to you. If you're purchasing it solely because of the free gifts, be careful, because either it's going to be really delayed or they might not send it at all. Because as I said, they keep telling me that the warehouse is out of stock, and that's why they haven't sent it. Yet the actual store still says it's in stock. If you go to the Amazon part of it, they have those items to be shipped like the next day. I have a feeling they're just delaying it because it's free. They'd rather I pay for it, I guess. But if that's the case, don't offer that. Just offer the camera at the discount that you offered it for. That's it. But alright, enough of my complaining. Let's bring this back down here. Well, it still has me in the shot, so we're gonna stop here, put it back to the normal recording, and what I'll do is I'll just record a few minutes of me again doing the same thing where I'm moving the camera in different positions, and then when I go to edit, I'll do the active track within the editing program during that time and see how it works. Just a few minutes in the same standard recording format, which unfortunately I just saw a piece of snow land on the lens. So I'm gonna have to clean that. I don't know if this is just snow falling from the trees or if it is still snowing, but let's just fix this here real quick. There we go. Okay, so we're going to record out in front of us, holding it at the standard position, and I'm going to start moving around just to see how well the active track within the editing software actually works. So I'm going to put the camera very close to the ground. I'm going to raise it up over my head, back to standard position. Oh shit, a hawk. Probably can't see that in this camera. It's a red-tailed hawk. It's about the only one I know how to identify. 4 years of biology. That's all I got from it. Alright, so we're gonna move the camera to my right. Alright, back to center. Move it to the left. Back to center. And again, all the way up. Now all the way down. Alright. Ooh, I just got smacked in the face with snow. Down my jacket. Okay, so let's put this back to the slightly shorter length. It's more stable that way. It's less of a wrist strain. So from this point on, I'm not gonna use active track. I'm just gonna record, just do keyframes, showing things to the front of me, to the left, and to the side. Maybe some shots of the trees with all the snow in it. And then that'll be it. That'll be it for this test run. Now, I just realized I haven't been talking very loud, so it's possible you don't hear anything. But we'll see. Let's do a quick spin here, see how this works, how this looks on camera. Alright, I have a feeling it's not really going to make a difference. Now, I will say this, in the short time that I've had this camera, I've learned quite a few things. Things that, now that I think about it, should be obvious. Even though this is a 360 camera, where it shows pretty much 360 degrees in all directions, up, down, left, right, and all that, it's only going to show anything in the center of the lens clearly. So as you go further away from the center of either one of the lenses, it's not as clear. So depending on what you're trying to record, you do have to keep that in mind. The idea that you just pick it up and go, it's not exactly true. If there's anything you want to see in detail, you want to make sure that the lens, the center of that lens, is pointing directly at what you want to record. Otherwise, if it's towards the periphery of the lens, it's not going to look good. Or as good, I should say. Now, as of right now, I don't know how well the night vision is. I did a little recording yesterday. I haven't edited that yet. But even during the editing process, at least on my computer, I don't know if that's standard for everybody, but on my computer, even when I crank up the resolution within the editing program, it looks like shit. It's blurry, it's pixelated, the colors don't look too good. So I know that it looks better once you actually export the video and then watch the video as it is, but it makes editing harder, because the whole point is you want to see, oh, do I need to change the color a little bit? Do I need to change the brightness? What do I need to do? And so far from me, it's not working so great in that regard, at least for the night vision. Not night vision, excuse me. This does not have night vision. For the low light video, it's just not working right. Now, will it look nice? It's so far the video that I've taken does not look anywhere near what I've seen the advertisements for. And I'm gonna call these videos that I'm talking about advertisements. Any YouTuber that you've seen that the title of their video is Insta360 X5 Game Changer, or whatever fucking buzzwords they use, they're being paid for that. Most of them at least have the decency to tell you that it's a sponsored video. Those that don't, well, they also don't tell you that they bought it with their own money. So they're probably still sponsored, they're just keeping it quiet. And of course they're gonna say the best about it. They're gonna only highlight the best video that they've recorded. And even the videos that say, oh, these are the best settings, I've put those settings on, and I'm still not getting what I want. Now, it could just be that I'm asking too much for this camera. It could be that what I'm considering to be low light is actually too dark. And the videos that they're showing that they call low light, it's just nighttime, but there's a lot of light around. Street lamps, you know, any kind of decorations that might be out. So that could be it. I could be asking too much of this. The only way for me to really test it is to head downtown and at night, where all the lights are on, all the shop lights are on, the street lamps are on, and then just walk through there. And if it looks like what they always show, then yes, they're not lying. If it still looks like shit, well, then that means they're lying, and they've done something extra to make their video look better. All right, we're gonna just take a quick little walk if we can. I don't know if we can make it in there. I want to get a little bit closer to the lake. There's a little path over here that is unfortunately not paved at all. Somebody came through here though. Could either be the deer. Nah, that's a person. I see shoebirds. So somebody came through here already. All right, I'm gonna walk over here because there was one more thing I wanted to do. Unfortunately, my aging brain doesn't remember at the moment what it was that I wanted to do. I already did the active track thing and all that. Ooh, this might actually be a nice shot. Let's see if we can edit this to look good. All I did was walk underneath a branch. We'll see if that looks cool, or I can make it look cool. Oh, there's crows. I remember now. So I want to get close to the lake here, set it up on the tripod, and do somewhat of a time lapse. Not too crazy. I don't want to sit here for too long. But we're gonna stop here, right up at the lake here, set it up, and I'll do two things. One is just a quick picture, 360 picture. I want to also see how much time I would need to run out of the shot, and then we'll do maybe try to do a 20-minute time lapse. All right, so yeah, let's try to do that now. Okay, so I just took two 10-minute time lapse. videos. One by the lake and one on this little bridge, little footbridge near the lake. And if they came out well, you'll see them in this video, and if they didn't, then you won't. I basically set it to 2-second intervals, so it's probably gonna be like, I don't know, 10 seconds of video, maybe less, because I gotta cut out the part of me walking away and then me coming back, or I might just leave it in. I don't care, we'll see. But we're heading home now. Well, I'm trying to get out the park, then we'll head home. And I'm walking through this little path, which in the summertime feels like really in the middle of nowhere type of path, but it's pretty. We're right next to the pool and the little, what do you call those, sprinklers, which obviously are not working right now. Hopefully the pool is empty, because if they leave it full, then there's going to be something else to deal with when they start it again. Not that it's my problem, but let's do a quick pan. Again, don't know how panning the camera like this affects the video, but yeah, let's do a little overhead shot. So I'm standing like if I'm the Statue of Liberty, which looks stupid, but what can you do? Alright, so as I said, we're done here. Hopefully this little test run proves to be productive and maybe makes a decent video. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Ooh, do that thing where you're not sharing it, but you're hyping the video. I think that only works if you're on your phone though. We'll see if that actually works. So if you hype the video for me, if all of a sudden it blows up, I don't think it will, but you could always try. But anyways, with any luck, I'll see you in the next video, and until then, take care.